Good morning and welcome to the new student orientation for fall 2020 for business and technology. The first thing we're going to do this morning is just introduce ourselves so that you know who you are going to be speaking with and asking questions with. If you logged on and just now I see a couple more people coming in. Again, this is for business and business technology. So if you were looking for healthcare, I don't believe that is until 12 o'clock and some of the other programs later in the day. So we're going to be focusing on business administration, logistics, accounting. We're going to throw in some net impact in there with Professor Clemens. We've got office technology and also computer information systems. So first off, I'm Angela Reese, and I am a full-time professor and online manager for the business administration, hospitality, homeland security, paralegal, real estate, and logistics program. And presenting with me today in my department is Professor Clemens, if she'd like to introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Professor Chastity Clemens. Like Angela said, I am a full-time business professor, and I'm also the faculty advisor for Net Impact. Glad to see you all here.
Thank you, Professor Clemens. We also have with us Professor Debbie Clark. Debbie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I want to say a quick hello to Carmen. She's one of our former students. Can you see her there? Hi, Carmen. Miss Clark from Office Technology. Look at her smile because I'm always calling her Carmen. And I work in Office Technology. I'm one of the instructors there. And we'll be talking a little bit today about our department and our program.
Thank you. And we also have Professor Owens with computer information. I can't think of the name of your department, Professor Owens.
Hi, everyone. Systems. Yeah. Computer Information Systems and Technologies Department. Hi, I'm Karen Owens. Nice to see everybody.
Thank you. And then we also have Miss Morgan Matlock with us, who oversees our programs that connect with some workforce development programs and continuing education. Miss Matlock?
Hey, everybody. It's nice to see you today. Like she said, my name's Morgan Matlock, and I'm here to talk to you about credentialing and that sort of thing.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for introducing yourselves. I am now going to share my screen with you, so give me just a moment so I can get our presentation going. All right, and are y'all able to see my screen? I can't see anyone's faces right now, so
Yes.
Professor Clemens, okay, thank you.
Yes.
All right, well, welcome. Thank you all very much. So welcome to our presentation this morning. One of the things that when our department chair, Professor Les Ledger, is typically with us, he likes to show a little clip from Jerry Maguire. Some of you probably have never heard of that movie. And some of you, I hope, are smiling now, remembering the scene from Jerry Maguire where they're screaming back and forth, "Show me the money," which is typically what people think of when they think of business. They think of getting rich quick, right? Well, we are going to help show you how you can start the path towards earning your wealth and power along the way. Of course, we have some hard work that's going to go into it, but we will definitely show you how to achieve your dreams. We are going to start off with an overview of the business department, and I'm going to invite Professor Clemens to jump in at any point that she feels that she would like to share something that I am missing. One of the great things about our business department that we have tried very hard to do in all of our programs, and some of them we're still working on, but we like to offer stackable degree certificates and associate's degrees for you. So if you are brand new to Central Texas College, or even brand new to going to college, this is your very first experience and you don't have any of our classes or any college credits yet, what we like to do is talk through ways to gain success along the way. So some people come to us looking for promotion, others to start their own businesses. So if you are somebody that is coming on a pathway through the workforce and you're looking to earn credentials along the way, we have stackable programs for you. So you can work on certificates that then lead to associate degrees. That then, once you're finished with us at a community college, we are a 2-year college, which may take you a little less or a little longer, depending on what else life has in store for you. But typically, after you finish with us in around the 2, 3, 4-year mark for that associate degree, you can move on, if you choose, to a bachelor's program and even a master's program. So we work very hard on our classes, making sure that basically it's a stepping stone for you. All of our departments have programs of study laid out and suggested what you should take in the fall, and the spring, and the summer, so that you can meet those education goals. And as I said, those are stackable along the way. So for example, one program that we offer is a supervision certificate. If you are going to school full time, you can finish that supervision certificate in 1 year. So then you've earned that certificate. You can apply for a graduation and you can take that to your employer and show that you have your college certificate. From there, you can move on with another full year program that would bring you to that associate degree. So there you have another thing to document your success with the college. You have that associate degree and so forth as you continue on that path. And as I said, those are transferable to a lot of different universities. And we have programs in place to make sure that that is truly stackable, meaning step 1, step 2, step 3, so that you don't have to take courses that are not part of your path and off of your degree program. And that's why we're here to help. So Professor Clemens and I, along with all of our colleagues, are here to answer your questions along the way. So you might not have any right now, but at any point in time, you're able to reach out to us and let us know the questions that you have. Each of our departments has or most of the departments now have a video that you can view to hear from students. This is actually one of our former students, Miss Savannah Wells, who introduces our department. And you can also see, if you go onto our website and watch this video, you'll be able to see what our classes look like. You'll be able to see a lot of our professors giving a brief intro to their classes and just get a feel for what the Central Texas College Business Department looks like. I'm going to go out of this for just a moment, and I'm going to go into the CTC website. So you can see here, this is the CTC homepage, which if you haven't visited it just yet, that is at ctcd.edu. From here, under the student area, you can go into instructional departments. And once you are to the instructional department, if you are interested in business administration or any of our programs, you're able to move into to our website, and you can watch the videos that are associated with us. You can also read more about the programs that we offer and even the degrees. On the right-hand side of the screen, you will see how to contact us. So if you need to reach out to one of your professors or even the office staff, you'll go into the Contact Us area. And as you scroll down, you'll see Professor Ledger, our department chair, and then our amazing office staff to follow should you have questions about any of your degree programs or getting in contact with somebody. If you're interested in speaking with our faculty, over on the right-hand side here, you can see our full-time instructors. You can see our photos, and there's Professor Clemens, she's on this call as well. You can see our phone numbers and our email addresses. One thing to keep in mind is that obviously with the changes that we are experiencing with COVID, we are not in the office very often. There are some people that are there from time to time, but most of us are working remotely, just like a lot of you are. So the best thing to do is to email your instructor if you have a question. I'm going to go back to our slideshow now and show you some examples of some of the things that, that you can look forward to with our department in different areas of interest under Business Administration Department. As I said, our department has a plethora of programs that are offered underneath it. So we do have excuse me, I apologize. We do have a business management program. We have one that is created for transfer. So if you know for sure you want to go out of state to a college that is not a Texas school, we do have a transferable degree, excuse me, an Associate of Science that is geared for that. We also have the opportunity for an Associate of Applied Science degree program. The difference between the two really depends on what your purpose is with your studies. So students that want to start their own business, what we actually suggest to you is our entrepreneurship certificate that moves into an associate degree. I already mentioned that we have a supervision specialization. We also have one in marketing and sales management, as well as human resource management. So those are our primary areas in the business department. We've also gathered some information from Workforce Solutions of Central Texas to be able to share some of those occupations and the wages in our local area, so that you can have an idea of really what the direction is that you are moving toward. My screen is stuck, so give me just a second. There we go. Another area of interest that is one of our newer programs. We have an accounting technician program that falls under this area as well. And this one has several stackable certificate programs here. So it starts off with a level 1, which is 18 hours that you can go through this accounting technician program. And you can present this to a CPA's office and be able to do more than somebody without any formal training. And it stacks into a level 2 certificate, and the same thing as with the business classes, to where you can move into that Associate of Applied Science and even into a bachelor's degree. A lot of those programs even allow you to move straight into a master's program if that is something that you're interested in. One thing that the person that is over this accounting technician, Professor Drake, he's also over logistics. But what he likes to always say is if you're unsure what you want to do, there's nothing wrong with going into some of these programs because you will always have a job. And he is right. With accounting, there are always career opportunities for you to be able to serve as somebody who works in payroll, somebody who keeps the books, somebody who pays the taxes, and makes sure that things are in order to send to the government. So this is a great program if this is something that you're interested in, of course. And some people are scared of accounting, but it's different than math. So keep that in mind. It's a different type of math. Our newest program in the department is logistics and global supply chain management. So if you're interested in transportation, warehousing, distribution, inventory control, purchasing, importing, exporting, or international logistics, this would be a program that you might consider going into. We also have a lot of former military that have MOS and logistics that go into this program as well. So whether you are transitioning out or you're somebody who's just interested in this career field, this is another great opportunity for you. Another area that we typically have a lot of questions about is our real estate program that we have here at the college. So one thing that I want to make sure to point out with the real estate program is that this one is different from some of the real estate programs that you may see advertised for the online schools. Those other ones that are not accredited, those prepare you to take the test, which is great. We do the same thing, but through credited courses that also give you exposure to other things than just the classes that you need to sit for that real estate exam. So we have a certificate program that helps you on that pathway to preparing for and taking your state Texas real estate exam. And then we also have the ability to continue on with an associate degree to prepare you to be well-rounded and to be able to even run your own real estate business someday. So there's great potential there. And in our current climate, the real estate is doing very well as well. I know I had some people on the 9 o'clock session that were interested in culinary arts and hospitality. Now, Professor Clemens and I, neither one are specialists in this area, but if you do have questions about it, we're happy to answer those as it pertains to our culinary arts department. They also have a place on our webpage that you can watch a video from some of the people that have gone through their programs of study if you want to specialize in baking and pastries. There is one for food and beverage management specialization, hotel management specialization, and they even have advanced certificates and one-year certificates in specialized areas as well, such as baking, restaurant skills, and room division. Some of these are offered online completely, and others do have a component to where you would have to come to campus, which is something that is important for you as you're planning your next steps, especially starting this fall, where we will have very few classes that are going to be on campus. For the business department, the only classes that will have a component on campus will be those labs for culinary arts, and they're going to be blended. And of course, they're taking precautions as required and recommended, keeping a 6 feet distancing, making sure that they have face masks and sanitizing stations to keep all of you safe while you're taking those classes on campus. For the rest of our programs at this point in time, we are offering 100% online classes. And in those online classes, you can take those, some of them are offered a traditional format, which means we have a start and an end date, and we have due dates that you have to follow. We also have self-paced format to where you can sign up for a class that has a start and an end date, but the due dates in between are flexible. Of course, we recommend you staying on track, but you are able to turn everything in at the last minute. Again, highly discourage doing that, but that is the opportunity that you have. We also have the new SVL, synchronous virtual lecture or learning, to where we will still be online, but we will meet online and speak with you at a specific time as listed in WebAdvisor. So we have lots of different opportunities for you. And here in just a moment, we will let you ask some questions. Here's that video that I mentioned a few minutes ago that you can find on our website. And then here are those potential wages that you could expect to earn in our local area in a variety of different areas that I covered of the specializations that they offer in that program. I'm now going to pull up Professor Clemens' PowerPoint presentations for Net Impact, a student-led organization we have on campus. Professor Clemens?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela. First off, let me tell you guys that I am a product of CTC. So I actually have my associate's degree in business management, and I was able to do exactly like Dr. Reese said, be able to build upon that, getting my bachelor's, my master's, and I'm currently pursuing my doctorate. I'm in chapter 3 of my dissertation. I pray I get out of it, but it is definitely a stackable degree as far as moving forward. So keep that in mind. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Net Impact. Net Impact is a student-led organization. We are not a club. And I know that anybody who knows me knows I hate that word club. You know, there's nothing wrong with being in a club, but we aren't just about hanging out. You know, we have fun, but we have a purpose. And our purpose is to give change to our community and to our world. And that's through social entrepreneurship, social change. And right now in the climate that we're in, this is very important, especially for employers. So I want to go through what we are. Normally, we are based on campus. And so this is the first year we're going to be going virtually, something new. We're excited about it. We're always about changes and also mimicking what's in the real world as far as business. We want to make sure our students have that experience. So next slide. We were founded in 1993. Our headquarters is in Oakland, California, meaning that we're not just here at CTC. As a matter of fact, there are only 5 community colleges that are part of Net Impact. A majority of the chapters are undergrad as far as being at universities, graduate chapters. And what's really neat is they have professional chapters, meaning that, let's say you just want an associate's degree here with us and you don't plan to move forward. Well, Austin, if you're here locally, Austin has a professional chapter. Most big cities do. And what our purpose is taking your passion as a student, what you're passionate about, what degree plan you're on, and turning that into that world-changing action, you know, putting it to real life. And our mission is to mobilize new generations to use their skills and careers to drive transformational social and environmental change. And like I said, right now in the world we live in, we need that positive impact. We're over 100,000 strong, meaning that, again, you have opportunities for network. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. Next slide. Next slide.
Is it not going?
No.
Which one do you see right now?
The blue one that says, what is Net Impact? Okay, here we go. All right.
Okay.
So like I said earlier, we work with both 2 and 4 year schools and students. We work with Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies as far as executive officers, CEOs. Our programs pretty much help you build that path to be able to have that career, get to know individuals in that industry. And we believe that business is truly the critical part of social change. Without business, you are unable to generate that profit to be able to make that social change or environmental change. Next slide. So as you can see real quick, when I said earlier, we're 100 and we're in 40 different countries. So you see those little blue dots. Erica, if you want to mute yourself, hun. We good? Okay, so you can go to netimpact.org, and that's where you can find more information about where our locations are. Next slide. So like I said earlier, we are sponsored and we have partners with different Fortune 500, 100 companies. And what this means for our members is not only internships through these companies, but also jobs. So these jobs and these internships are not available to all CTC students. They're only available to Net Impact students. So you actually have to become a member. And so with that being said, we have put a lot of students working for Fortune 500 companies in positions straight out with having an associate's degree as they're working on their bachelor's. Next slide. So what's in it for you? One of the things I tell my students all the time, no matter what you do, whether it's getting a job, whether it's volunteering, life is short, and we all can agree on that, right? And so my time is valuable, and I can't get it back once I spent it. So make sure what you're spending your time on is worthwhile. And so that's what I want to share with you what Net Impact is. One, I said earlier, we do have scholarships. Net Impact headquarters gives out scholarships through these Fortune 500, 100 companies, as well as here at CTC. Technically, we've been here for over 24 years on campus. We originally started out as SIFE, which is Student Seed Free Enterprise, which I was a part of way back in the day. And then we rebranded into Enactus. And then 3 years ago, we went ahead and switched over to Net Impact. Same concepts, same operations of organizations, just different name. But the thing is that all the students in the past 24 years, when they do projects, they do fundraisers. And so they fund the operations of the organization. However, if we make a profit at the end of the year, that money goes into the foundation for our scholarship, which means only Net Impact students have access to the scholarship. And we give it between 2 and 4 scholarships out to our Net Impact students each year to attend CTC. Like I said earlier, internships through Net Impact, but not only just Net Impact headquarters, locally here in Killeen, we have a lot of different businesses that reach out to our department looking for individuals to do internships, paid and unpaid. We are a resume enhancer, meaning that you get to put us on your resume. You know, a degree is great. Don't get me wrong. You have to have a degree nowadays. But a degree is pretty much when you're in an interview, it's a box check. Yes, I have my degree. It's what you're going to do outside of that degree that's really going to make you stand out amongst the other applicants for that job. And that's what Net Impact's going to do. Like I said earlier, you'll have access to jobs that are solely for Net Impact students. Public speaking. You know, originally, like I said, we're normally on campus. And if you're in my organization, if I had students here tell you that, Professor Clemens will throw you out there. And I believe that. I believe in making mistakes now instead of when you're doing it for somebody for a paycheck. And so I believe in failure is nothing but a key in success because you learn from your mistakes. What we are going to do virtually, though, is we're going to have symposiums and different seminars and workshops that you as a student, you're going to lead. Just like we're doing right now, you'll be hosting it. So you're going to get that public speaking, which again, guys, remember, business world is moving more into this format than it was before. Project management. So we have different projects that we will be working on this year. Some are different from last year because of the COVID changes. However, I will tell you right now, I have a few friends that are nurses, and they will tell me that they have to get project management experience as a nurse because companies want you to do more than just your job. And you'll get that here. You can either A, pick up one of our projects that we have existing or create one from scratch. We have obviously networking. I mean, networking is amazing. I just met a professor from Harvard. We did a kind of virtual symposium just like this, and was able to talk with her and get to know her because of the impact, not because of me and I'm so great and who I am. It's because of the impact. Those are the opportunities you'll get to network, just not only on that level, but even locally here as well. And then graduation honors. One of the things I love is bling, okay? I am a bling queen. And so when we graduate, everybody knows who a net impact student is. They have these white stoles that say literally in bold blue, net impact. And then we have these medallions, which are necklaces with this huge pewter coin. Like I said, we stand out. We want people to know our students and how hard they work while they were in school. Accolades. So one of the things about accolades is we do presidential awards for the amount of hours that you put into your projects. We also, through Net Impact, we are connected to a company called Interview. And what Interview does is take your community service or your volunteer efforts that you give Net Impact, and they put into what's called a social resume. Now, what this is going to take you outside of just a work paid resume, but it's going to enhance you by being able to submit to any job a resume that shows your community service and things that you've done outside the classroom. And then extra credit. Some professors in our department give extra credit for being part of the impact because they know the work that you do outside the classroom can be intense. They work with me, they know. And then lifelong friendships. You know, one of the things I see about this is our net impact students, they stay friends for years. As a matter of fact, we always have a group me, which is our online group. And last year's team still talks because my phone goes off like every 5 minutes. They get together for their Zoom meetings right now. A couple of them go walking in the park. Again, they stay contacted with each other because of the work that they've done. Next slide. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the left-hand column. Those are the projects that we did when we were on campus. Again, we are going to be changing up some things. One of the things that is continuous up to us. This will be going into our 4th year of this project. Real excited. Last year, our team placed in the top 10, the only community college that placed in the top 10. And this is not just through Net Impact, this is nationwide. And we won $1,000 for our team. Great thing for my last year's team, they get to put that on their resume. So we're moving into those virtual volunteering. We have a lot of different companies that you can do volunteering with. One of them is working with a nonprofit that does Civil War documentation. So it has a lot of, I guess, would be historical documents that need to be archived. And then also there's one with crisis planning, which they will train you how to help with their call center. We are going to be doing things, racial equity, equality. I mean, it's just a plethora of different things that we have listed for this year. Next slide. So if you are interested in this organization, let me go back. If you take my classes, you know, CLE, MONS, Clemens, I do give extra credit for sure for being in this organization. And Dr. Reese does, and Professor Ledger, and I'm working on Professor Drake, but he does kind of love my students though. So our fall informational, which means I'm gonna go a little bit more in detail than I did just now. I'll give you a little snippet, right? It's going to be Friday, September 11th. It will be a Zoom meeting. The link will be on our Facebook page. So remember when Dr. Reese showed you how to get to our department? On the right side, you will see where it says the word that I hate, clubs, and click on it. And then you'll find a link to our Facebook page. You'll also find the information to my email. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to be part of this, email me today and I will send you the link to get you ready. If not, it will be posted on the Facebook page, so you can go ahead and do that as well. It'll be at 10:30 a.m. We will do a quick brief of it. We'll answer any questions that you have. Now, if you are on the business management degree or in any of our certificates and you're required to take an internship, we do in BMGT 2370 and 71, it's mandatory that you become a member of this organization. If you're not, then you do have to apply. I will tell you, I've not denied anybody's application. Now, have some stayed? No. But I will tell you, the ones that haven't graduated can come back and give you some great testimonials. Is there any questions for me?
There is one that came in regarding degree programs, and can I be on any degree program?
Yes, we are actually open to any degree. It doesn't have to be business. As a matter of fact, we focus on Net Impact itself focuses a lot on STEM degrees. because that's where the industry as far as business is even moving towards. So yes, any degree plan you can be, as long as you are a CTC student taking one credit course. What I tell students is if you're taking underwater basket weaving, you could be a part of Net Impact as long as you're at CTC.
What if you're in online classes?
Absolutely. That's what's really great about this virtual now that we've moved to this platform is now you could be a member in Africa because we are now virtual instead of it just being on campus.
Thank you. I believe, let's see, how and when do I join? Okay, I think we've covered all of the questions that have come in regarding net impact. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Professor Clemens. Thank you so much. And I will just reiterate the fact that it's, she talked about them being award-winning recently. It's all the time. It's not just recently. They are always award-winning. So amazing organization. So I highly encourage you to become a part of that and be able to put what we're teaching you in the classrooms. You'll be able to actually do hands-on practical application.
Absolutely. There's another question I want to make sure I grab. It says, I am taking business administration as my degree plan. So does that mean I am required to join Net Impact? No, it's only if you take the internship, which is BMGT 2370 and also 71 if you're on the associate's degree, then you are required to be a member of Net Impact. Other than that, we can't force you. I wish we could because it's a great organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Clemens. I believe we have answered all of the questions that are in the chat, and I just want to say kudos to Ms. Charlotte Wesley saying our department rocks. That was really cool. All right, so we will move on now to, I believe, Office Technology is next. Yes, it is.
Well, good morning again. Hello to everyone out there. Hi, Carmen. Ms. Gonzalez is on here too. She was telling me, oh, did you see Carmen? And I said, yeah, I saw Carmen. But yeah, but where's Carmen been? Okay, Dr. Reese. So Office Technology, we really are more, whoops.
Hang on, sorry. Got the wrong one going. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, we're more than you can expect out of us. A lot of people are, you know, like kind of, what do y'all do? What do you teach? Stuff like that. So let's dig into that a little bit more. Next slide, please. So we are flexible when it comes to jobs. The things that we teach, you can kind of go into business way. Of course, because it's office technology, business goes hand in hand with office technology. You know, everybody has to have those computer skills going on. So that's what we're focusing on a lot these days. Go ahead, next slide, please. Dr. Reese had talked about this earlier about our stackable degrees. So we start out with certificate 1, 2, 3. There might be 4, I don't remember. And then you can get your associate's degree. So every course that you take leads to one certificate, and then you take 4 or 5 more classes that will lead to another one. So everything builds on top of each other. So you're building up a not only your certifications, but you're also building upon your skills as you go. So basically that's really a twofold, too good for you and too good for your employer, because you always want to be valuable to them the moment you step into the office. And office technology, as far as computers and how office works and things like that, that's what we strive for, is to make you useful to your employer right away. Next one, please.
Sorry, it's not going. Give me just a second. There it goes.
Okay. Oh, and let me go. Can you go back one more? I'm sorry. It was stuck for a reason, though I missed something. I want to talk about our online classes, and I also want to reiterate about our CATE Center. Our CATE Center is located actually on campus, on Central Campus, Building 101. We're in rooms 10, 11, 12, and 16. We're on the east side of the duck pond. Now, before COVID, we were there. We haven't been back, unfortunately, since spring break. But when we went online, everything that we were doing in the Kate Center actually went online with us. So the Kate Center, what that is, I call it the best of both worlds. It's self-paced. You are on course sites, which is the same thing as Blackboard. The only thing is that you have the instructor sitting there with you in the Kate Center versus, online, and then you have to wait for the email to go through and all of this good stuff. So I think the Kate Center is really a jewel within itself because it's open entry, open exit. You're able to work at your own pace. Once you get through with a class, you want to start another one, you can do so. If you want to wait a couple of weeks, you can do that as well. Like I said, the actual building is closed, but we have brought us online. So the same, what we were doing within the Kate Center, we're doing it exactly online, just as we're keeping our classes online. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And we're still going by the same protocol as we were before. So if anybody's interested in self-paced versus online, which has usually due dates, and self-paced, as it says, it has a start date and an end date, be sure and contact us. We'll give you all the information that you need there. All right, Dr. Reese. All right, so I think today's workforce, I know for a fact these are the things they're looking for, because last night I was doing a little research. I kind of put Dr. Reese out. I do apologize for that. I know that I added extra work. I'll make it up to you though. Trust me, I will.
No problem.
Okay. So we do offer beginning keyboarding, which is an introduction to Microsoft Word. We have computer applications, which we teach Outlook, which is the mail, Word. We also have Access, PowerPoint, and the dreaded Excel. But I teach Excel as well. Looking online yesterday at Indeed, big time, everybody wants that, especially in business. So if you need a little Excel skills and you need a little bit of Office, Word, whatever that you think that you're going to need, you can always come into the Office Technology. We have our own degrees, but we also can take students from other departments. We're happy to have anybody come in, and whoever wants to take some Microsoft classes, however you want to do it, administrative office procedures, advanced keyboarding, desktop publishing. I just got through that with that course this summer, and it was a good course. Everybody was like, wow, I didn't realize how in-depth desktop publishing is. And they had some really good work. I was very pleased with them. But and then spreadsheets, I teach it every semester. And I had one student, she says she actually works with it every day, and she learned so much because she learned the shortcuts and stuff like that that had taken her longer to work. But now that she took the course, she was using those shortcuts, and her work load had decreased in her time as well. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Okay, so not only do you need the technology skills, you also need soft skills, and your soft skills are customer service, critical thinking, teamwork, communications, time management, and more. So while I was doing my little research last night, those were the top 10 right there. Especially the one that they put at the very top was the communication. They really hit hard on, if you can't speak to people, you can't talk clearly, you're doing like me, stammering all over the place. And then you have to be able to communicate with the written word. So that one was the very top one that employers are looking for, is good communication skills. Of course, office technology, we've got business English, and we also have business correspondence. They are more directed, of course, to the business side versus regular English. Dr. Gonzalez, who is supposed to be in here somewhere, she teaches both of those. Excuse me. And she knows her stuff. I tell you, she really does. Because I'm always like, Dr. G, can you help me out here? Sure enough, she's like, yeah, do this. And she actually, there's a few things that I just can't get through my head, you know, like what is a participle something of another. Anyway, she was good. She told me how to do, you know, what it really meant and how to break it down. And I was like, oh, cool. Not that I ever use it, but, you know, it's good trivia information. So, all right. Whew. You'll go on to the next one. All right. We are going to, Dr. Reese, if you will take them to our web page, we won't.
And just to show you how to get there, as a reminder, you go to ctcd.edu. I'll just go from the beginning in case some of you came in late, and I also saw questions come. Yes?
You need to share your browser.
Okay. Thank you. Let me get back there. My apologies. Okay. How's that working? Marceli, can you shake your head?
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. So I saw this question come in, and Professor Clemens was talking to a few of y'all about that. In case you missed the first time I showed it, you go to ctcd.edu and then hover over students. And sometimes my mouse doesn't work, like right now when I'm trying to show you. Just a second. Let me just click on it. And you come down to instructional department. And then find your department of interest. So right now we are going to go to office technology.
You can actually even look from that other screen that you were in.
I'm sorry, what, Marceli?
In the screen prior to this, it also has a syllabi search if you don't know the department that it belongs to.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, now from here, where would you like to go, Ms. Clark?
Okay, so just a quick overview of all of the links over here. Annual course schedule that shows what courses are taught during what term. So if you want to click on that real quick, because that's always important to our students. So it's broken down by what we have in block, night, traditional, online, Cape Center. Of course, now we're only online, and we have the Cape Center for right now, which is also online. So students need to keep that in mind. Everything's exactly the same with course sites and online, except the concept of open entry, open exit for the Cape Center. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we can look at. On program, let's see. Click on program goals and objectives. Oh, no, that's not it either. Okay, career and technology. Let's see what that one is right there. Okay, so that's more stuff about our CAPE Center. It breaks it down a little bit better if you're interested in that concept of open entry, open exit, self-paced. The instructors, even though we're online, we're available. I've done lots of FaceTime calls this semester, which was really cool. So, you know, I'm good with that. I don't have a problem at all reaching out to my students or my students reaching out to me. All of the instructors in office technology, we're happy to give you a call. We'll do FaceTime. We can just do a regular phone call. We can do collaborate, whatever it takes to help the student get through any struggles they're having with any concept. We are there for them. We'll do what we can. So anyway, anybody interested, like I was saying, we have our own degrees. We have our own courses, but we also, I would say we're multifaceted because we can reach out, and we especially overlap with Dr. Reese's department as far as human resources and the programs that she has. So, you know, we're interchangeable, if you will. All right, well, I think that's all I have. Hi, Carmen, I can still see you. You need to come back. All right, see you, Dr. Reese. Thank you again.
Thank you. And Marcelli, have any questions come in that we need to address before we move into information technology?
No, thank you.
Okay, all right. Let's move in then to Professor Owens.
Professor Owens, can you unmute yourself? Because we can't hear you.
I guess that would help, wouldn't it? Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Okay, so information technology. This is a very broad overview, but we're going to hit some of the more finer points as we go along. Okay, according to one of the labor statistics reports, the IT job market is one of the fastest growing fields, and this is in a worldwide environment. So it doesn't matter where you are located. These skill sets will be required for every level of business that you get involved in. You're going to have an understanding of the computer systems, their software applications, and what it is that that company uses in order to grow and sustain their customers. So, with that being said, we can go look at what are those stackable certificates that we've been hearing about as applied to this specific field. Okay, we have the computer help desk specialist and the web technologies. These certificates both feed into the information technology associate of applied science degree. Excuse me. We're all having the allergy thing, so I apologize. So the credit information on this is 26 of the 30 credit hours are wrapped up in that ITAAS. And for the web technologies, 15 of the 19 credit hours are applied to that. Okay, so if we go to the next slide. Okay, this will show us what those typical earnings look like. And again, that's going to be in relation to where you are located in the world. And you'll see this throughout this entire presentation. Okay, so the network systems administration part. This is a concentrated effort within the IT field for network administration, and this helps to safeguard the network. It ensures that the traffic flows smoothly, and it maintains the network's reliability and security. Okay, so the next one. All right, now these stackable certificates involve the IT network analyst and the IT industry certification preps. These certifications, they both feed into the Network Systems Administration, AAS, and are 100% stackable. So you'll go from one to the next, just like we explained earlier. Okay, now this focus is on the software support of the network system, okay? Telecommunications technicians focuses more on the managing and configuring of the hardware of the network systems, and this contains the Cisco preparation courses. And the credits for this is 16 out of the 27 fold into the network system administration, AAS. Okay, now the current industry workers, they can level up or they can do a lateral shift within the network administration. And this contains only 12 hours of the 19. Let me back that up. This contains the 12 hours, has 9 of the 12 credits. Okay, and these are stackable into the network system administration. But that program does not qualify for the financial aid. Okay, so now the OSA that you may hear about is the Office of Systems Architecture. And this identifies the strategic IT resources that are needed to support the business processes. Okay? Okay, now, next we'll look at the systems earnings for that. Okay? All right. Now let's talk a little bit next on cybersecurity. Okay? Now, everyone has heard quite a lot about this, especially since we've all been home and we keep hearing more and more about thefts and frauds and things like this. This is where those categories fall under. And this, again, it's a subset of the network administration. Okay, but the cybersecurity itself, it is a controlling piece to the access of protecting our networks and the information systems for our businesses and for our personal profiles that we have, okay? And all this, again, is because of the identity thefts, the computer fraud, the loss of company secrets. So this field is in a very high demand right now among information security professionals. Okay, now the certificates that we're looking at, Cyber Defense Information Assurance and the Associate of Applied Science. Now the stackable certificates for the Cyber Defense Information Assurance certificate, all 22 credit hours are folded into that degree. And in the cybersecurity certificate, all 16 of those hours are folded into the information technology associate's degree plan. Okay. And next slide, please. Okay. And there's an overview of your typical wage earnings. And again, that's going to be wherever you are in the world. Okay. So now let's look at cloud computing. Again, we're hearing a lot about that. And everything we're using has some form of a cloud computing, whether it's storage or servers or whatever. There's going to be 5 key characteristics for cloud computing, okay? And that basically just means it's an on-demand availability from your computer to a specific resource using different systems, okay? We have an on-demand self-service, excuse me. This means that cloud customers can sign in and pay for and then start using those resources very quickly without any help from a sales agent. There's broadband network access. Customers will access service via the internet. Resource pooling. Customers are within different organizations, different departments on an organization. These use the same servers. They use the same cloud storage, things of that nature. This is also in relation to different companies being able to rapidly use and expand or decrease their footprint in the cloud, okay? Another aspect of that is a measured service. These customers pay for a specific amount of a resource, so, or a specific time frame. So as you can see, there's different aspects that are used that make us have to think outside the box. Okay, now within our degree plan, we're looking at the network servers and the certificates that we have. Let's see a little bit about the network server and cloud administrator. There's 25 hours, and those are fully stackable. The telecommunications technician is 26 hours, and we have 5 of those 8 courses that are stackable. Excuse me, it's getting worse. So sorry. Okay. As we talked about the IT network analyst, 4 of the 5, 16, we have 16 hours of that. 4 of the 5 are stackable. And let's see, let's go on to, how about the typical earnings that we're going to see? Okay. Again, that gives you a pretty broad range of where you would land. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, please. All right. Okay, computer maintenance. These primary responsibilities, this revolves from setting up to repairing to troubleshooting, and it's going to take a look at all of the software that's involved, the hardware, your network types that you have, plus everything that's attached to it. So whenever we're discussing peripherals, we're talking about web cameras or printers or things of that nature. And this is going to be from a very entry level skill set to build you a firm foundation so you can grow at each level that you take on. All right. Okay. And again, this is based off of anything and everything from working into sales to medical to high profile technology, computer companies like Dell or HP or IBM, things of that nature. Okay, that's where we're at, sitting on that pay scale range. Okay.
All right. Does anybody have any questions, Mariceli, that have not already been answered in the chat?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Owens.
Thank
and
you.
we will now move into Ms. Morgan Matlock with Continuing Education.
Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Continuing Education Department here at Central Texas College. The first thing I would like to do is actually show you our website following what Angela did and kind of walk you through it. So I am going to share my web browser and then we're going to come back to the PowerPoint. Can everybody see it? Yes? Okay.
We see the browser.
We see the browser. Okay, perfect. So what you're going to type in to get to our website is very simple. It's going to be ctcd.edu/CE. And that should get you right there very quickly. So when you open up our page, the first thing you're going to see is a couple of pictures. You're going to see our COVID statement. And then if you scroll down a little bit, you can see the other parts of our website to include our schedule. We always have a link to our current schedule right here. So if you want to look at our classes, you can click on that. And then you will see a digital copy of our online catalog. Right now, we're still in summer, but our fall catalog will be posted very soon. Another thing you can do straight from our website is view our registration form. To take classes, you don't have to apply to the college. You simply need to fill out this form, give us a call, email it in, however you want to do it, and you pay for your class right there with that over the phone. If you scroll down right here to our career training and healthcare programs, you can see a lot of the list of the classes that we offer for continuing education. If you click on it, you'll find the full list, medical assistant, massage therapy, pharmacy technician, all kinds of good certifications and credentialing opportunities there. And then you can also check out our career training. So we have small business startup, human resources, CompTIA, Lean Six. All of these classes are designed specifically to help you get a credential in the industry that you are looking to certify in. You can meet our staff. We have a book list posted. You can check out our PE classes that we partner with the college for to offer credit classes as non-credit options. We're currently not doing that because of the COVID situation, but that will come back soon. We have College for Kids in the summer, personal enrichment that you can take all year long, whether you want to practice belly dancing or learn how to knit. We do painting classes, personal finance, all kinds of good stuff in there. And then we also do private training for employers. So if you are interested in getting some private training for a class, or not a class, sorry. If you're interested in getting some private training like ServeSafe or customer service skills, something like that, we can also offer that. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back to the PowerPoint. So do you want to bring that back up, Angela? Thank you.
Am I getting there?
You're getting there. It's on Office Technology.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, next slide, please. All right, so this next video that we're going to show you is going to explain to you sort of what was already explained about stackable credentials, but it's going to give a little bit different types of details. I actually do have it on my web browser if that would be better. Yes? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put it on my browser.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Can you hear it?
Make sure when you hit the share that you make it so it's audio. When you're sharing your content, optimize for motion and video.
Okay, got it. Now, all right. Can you hear it now?
Also, when you do optimize for motion and video, you have to make sure you're sharing your computer audio. Click play real quick. We're good.
Good? Okay.
There's actually so many jobs available in the market, but what organizations are facing nowadays is that there's labor abundance but talent shortage. In fact, according to the Anderson Economic Group, there are 1.5 million project management jobs available in the world every year. The unique thing about the project management as a career is that it is a niche in its own, and you can apply all your other business skills towards it. So you can use your marketing skills, your finance, and I love it because it's unique, and as a project manager, you can work on so many different projects, face challenges, and each of your work days is really different and helps you grow your career further.
Okay, so what I did is I actually shared the information about project management first. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our project management program, and then I'm going to tell you about our stackable skills. So for our project management program, it is 8 weeks long, actually 5 weeks long. Typically, we do 2 meetings a week, and they're 4 hours. It's a quick class, so you take it. It's an advanced paced class, so it's pretty fast. You have to read the book before you go to class, definitely on this one, because I'm going to be honest with you, the book for project management is extremely dry. It's hard to read, and I know some of you are laughing because you've looked inside of it before. So We have everything from project management, Lean Six Six, all those kind of good credentials that you can see and do and take our classes, get them within, some of them are self-paced up to 12 months. Some of them are, you know, you finish it in 30 days. It just depends on what specific industry you're going into, what type of content you're going to be learning. And then the last thing that I'm going to show you is our stackable skills, what the importance of stackable skills are. So I'm going to go ahead and share my web browser again, but this time with this one. Can you hear it? Okay, hold on.
Not yet. Make sure that you're sharing it like how I mentioned before.
Advice from. Okay. Yes. It says it's optimized. Can you see it?
We see it. I don't hear anything.
Can you can't hear it?
No.
Okay. Let me just check one more time.
And make sure you're sharing computer audio.
Yes, it does say computer audio on there. No?
No.
I wonder why that one's not playing, but the other one did.
Accumulated over time
No,
to build up an individual's qualifications
Yeah.
and help them move forward in their education. So, what is a credential? A credential is a document that proves qualification.
So you've graduated high school, maybe even gone through an awesome CTE program, and you're ready for the next step. So
Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, I don't know why that video is not working. I apologize. But I do just want to let you know that include healthcare, industrial technology, information technology, business, marketing, all kinds of stuff, human resources, anything you want. So if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me afterwards and I will be happy to answer them. And that's all I got, Angela.
Okay, thank you so much. Marcella, do we have any questions that have not been addressed?
Nope.
All right, thank you all so much for being here today. We look forward to seeing you in the next few weeks. We are going to be here for you. Make sure to ask questions, reach out to us, talk to us about your goals and what's important to you, and we'll make sure that you're on the right path. Thank you all for coming today. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Morgan, can you share that link?
Yes.